is God, and it still comes to be one distinct being.
So you're saying God is three
طلع
parts, right?
الغيب
Each
أم
part can.
اتخذ
Okay, well, that's
عنده
basically called
We
the
have a
heresy,
soul,
by the
body, and
way, in
spirit.
Christianity. If you say each one is part of God, that's a heresy. They tell you you're not
Oh,
Christian
no, I'm
anymore.
not saying that. I'm saying that they are all God, but have different parts.
No,
Well,
that means
not
they are
different
all the
parts, but
They all have
triangle.
different personhood.
made
Not
Yeah,
from
one
space.
so
personhood.
when you say three angles, that means each one is a part. Together, they form God. And that's
No, we
not
don't say
how
parts.
Christians
We
say
say
it.
yeah. We say
Like, it is
personhood.
pretty weird and like weird to say and talk about,
No,
but
it's weird
like
because
it's
it's not
confusing.
correct.
But
It's just because it doesn't make any sense, right? If you died on the cross and then you didn't die on the cross, that means you're two different persons. You can tell me
No,
they're the same thing, but they're not. Like you are making it up. You're just saying three
no.
persons, but they are the same one, right?
right, I get how that's kind of confusing. Like, it's still kind of confusing to me too. But like,
Oh, it's
yeah, I
confusing
get
to
how confusing
everybody.
it is.
It's called the
Yeah.
mystery, right?
No,
That's
not
why
for
they call it the
everybody.
mystery.
No, that's not.
T-
No, that's
teach
not
me.
true. It's not a contradiction
It's
for
like I want you
Christ.
to teach me. I really tried. I
Okay,
tried to be
hold on,
Christian for a long
It's not a
time. Yeah.
contradiction for
I was
Christ to
talking
die.
before Royal.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So my main point was like, so before I start talking, have y'all heard of a person called T.U. Cashy, Cashy?
No.
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Well, never mind about that. But so I'ma explain to y'all my religion and your religion. Well, not explain like your religion, but just want to give y'all a whole brief and example to it.
Go
So
for it.
I've somewhat read the Quran, and in the Bible it says that Satan is the father of all lies, and in the Quran it says that Allah is the best of all deceivers. And then when I read both of those, I had to ask myself, would I want to follow a God that deceives people? Because like for me, like even if it would get me in trouble if I tell the truth, I would tell the truth. Because like, why not tell the truth? Like, either it's gonna get you in trouble. Like the truth is always good. So
All right, let's pause here, because yeah. So in Quran it says that God lies to people, right?
mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't say that. So in Quran it says basically they plan and they think they are planning and they are smart and they are outsmarting God, but God is outsmarting all of them. That's the literal interpretation.
Does
You
does
see what I mean?
I would disagree.
So no,
The word
God
the
doesn't
word
lie.
plan
guess
and
so.
makr is not the same.
Yeah,
Makr
no,
means to
that's the
deceive,
literal
to scheme,
interpretation.
to
Just I
connive.
know all the Christian apologetic lied to you about it, but that's the literal interpretation.
So what does makr
So I'll
mean,
give you an example, okay,
Makr
from the
means to
Bible.
deceive,
You know,
scheme,
the
plot.
Israelites were being attacked by a big army, right?
Yeah. I
Can you hear me,
heard
Abuka?
all that. Yeah.
Oh, you heard it? So what did
Just want
God
to
do?
make sure they can hear me.
Well, I didn't really read into that part, but
Yeah, so
I
God
seen the
made the
story.
army.
Let's get a bit closer.
Yeah. God made the army hear a big sound like there is a big army attacking them, and the army, so he deceived them, and the army fled and did not attack the Israelites. So God did what? Something called passive deception. He basically deceived those guys, and they thought there was an army attacking them, and they ran away, and he protected his people this way. You see what I mean? So they plan and they put their money and they are ready to attack the Israelites, and then they made all these plans, and God outsmarted them.
Sure,
Like basically,
but
you see what I mean? So
Okay,
that's what it talks about in the
right.
Bible, by the way. That's not in the Quran.
That's what I was saying. Hold
Yeah.
on, Royal. So right, via the Bible and what I follow and what I go by. I follow a God who created me, the earth, the heavens, every single thing in the universe, right? He created me, all of y'all, every
That's
single
God,
thing.
yeah.
And he labeled himself as a father. And
So
he loves every single one of his creations. And in the Bible, it
except
says
for
that,
those who don't do good, right? That's what he says in the Bible. He says, "You
no,
are all
because
my
all
children."
don't do good.
No, that's what's written in the Bible. Like, who are the children of God? People who follow God. But if you don't follow God and you don't obey his commandments, you're not his children anymore.
That
right?
if you willingly and consciously reject
Exactly.
him and disagree
Exactly.
with him.
I agree 100%. So we're on the same page.
Well,
Yep.
Okay.
Allah's not a father, though.
See, that's Islam.
Okay,
No.
hold on, Royal. So, right, I follow a father, right, who it says in the Bible that he loves us so much that he thinks about us more than every single bit of sand that's on the earth.
100%.
And if you and I read it somewhere, and even a small little cubic square foot, it has 50 trillion to it has 50 billion to trillion grains of sand in just 1 cubic square foot. So for him to be thinking about us that much means that like he is a God of psychotic love. Like he loves us like literally to death.
You know what's
So
God's name in Islam? Al-Wadud. You know what Al-Wadud is? One of the names of God in Islam is Al-Wadud. Al-Wadud means the most loving. I totally agree. 100%. That's God. So far,
right.
we're all on the same page. That's the God we
So
worship.
I follow a loving God, a person
Yep.
that loves me to literal death and will kill everybody just for me. Like obviously you wouldn't, but like he would kill everybody just for me. Like if I was like his only
You mean
creation, his only
just
son.
God, right? Like he is still just, right? He's not going to
Yes,
kill everyone for
yes,
you, right?
right.
Yeah.
I'm putting it as an example.
Yes, yes.
Why? So, or who are the people who he's going to kill who he doesn't love?
But say that again.
The ones that he's going to kill just for you. You know, the ones that he would kill just for you. Or who are all of those people? Why doesn't he love any of those?
That was a hypothetical example.
Yeah, I think he meant hypothetical. Like he
Yeah.
just meant he loves them too
Yeah,
much.
but he said he would kill all
Yeah,
of
yeah.
these other people
I
for
don't think
him.
he meant it. Did you mean that he? I don't think he.
No, I just meant
Yeah.
that like he thinks about us like
Yeah, he thinks
More than
about us a
anything
lot.
else.
I think
Yes.
maybe you take away some of the things which is maybe not saying, because otherwise it's confusing for people. If you say
Right,
things
right. I'm
that
sorry for
he's
that.
doing stuff that he didn't say he would do.
All right. So
So
how long
far
have
we're on the
y'all
same
been
page. That's the same God. Keep going. I like
how
it.
long have y'all been in Islam?
Me,
I
not
was
long, because I used to be Christian, but I recovered.
I was born in
I,
a Muslim family.
yeah, I was not.
Why did you leave Christianity?
It's a long story. Probably not for
Because she doesn't understand
this
it.
particular conversation.
Are you a Christian, Boog?
Abuga Buga's Christian. He says he was a Muslim for a while, although he doesn't seem to know anything about being Muslim.
So there was this one, y'all probably like heard of him before, but there was this one, I think 60, 70, probably 80-year-old Muslim, and he was in the hospital on his deathbed, and I'm guessing he either died or had a dream, and he had a dream of Jesus, and as soon as he woke up, as what you just told him in the dream, he was begging God for mercy, like God, I'm sorry, Jesus, like please forgive me, I'll follow you, this and the third, and for me, right. There's absolutely no way that he could just wake up out of his sleep and believe in a whole other God just
Oh,
because of a dream. Like
well,
that
we
has
believe
to
in
be something.
Jesus.
We believe
Mm-hmm.
in
We believe
Jesus.
in
We love
Jesus
Jesus.
as
Yeah.
the Messiah. We believe that he has been raised up. We believe that he is going to come back. And he's the one who's going to defeat the Antichrist. It's not Jesus, peace be upon him, he is not just a figure for the Bible. We don't give him the divinity that the percentage of the people who voted for that and became your church doctrine believe in. We don't believe in that. We believe in the other part of the Christians who also went to the Council of Nicaea and believed that he wasn't divine, that he was just a man. But those were all Christians too. Just because that side won doesn't mean to say it is correct.
And you
That
cannot
side won at the
imagine.
Council of Nicaea.
You cannot imagine how many people became Muslim. You know why? Because they saw Jesus in the dream telling them to become Muslim. Oh my God. You got to talk to the Christians who became Muslims that I talked to, and they tell me, oh yeah, in the dream Jesus told me to become a Muslim.
You
That's
see,
like incredible.
I
So
didn't
that's why you
get
can't use
anything
a
from a
personal.
dream.
Yeah,
But I
you
moved-
can't use a
Well, the only
personal
difference
I
belief
is
for
moved
that.
from
the-
Christianity to Islam, and that was not because of a dream. That was because of the information and the facts that I received and the truth that I received.
Right.
Yes,
So
I'm
you
gonna
didn't
I'd say
lose
the only
Jesus, right,
difference.
Jenny? You didn't lose Jesus, and you gained Muhammad too.
Exactly, Jesus
I'm
I'll
gonna
hasn't
ask a
see.
gone
question
anywhere.
right quick.
Can I say one thing?
So, according to y'all book, the Quran, when y'all get to heaven, y'all will have sex. Well, the men will have sex with 72 virgins. Is that correct?
There's no 72 virgins, but, you know, I understand that Christians like to throw this stuff in. And also, who wants a
Like, I
version?
ain't trying to
I'd
be rude,
like
but
some
like, no
movie
You
means
do,
with
I
you
ain't
don't want
trying
to
to be
have
rude.
that? Are you a man? You're a man. Yeah. Why do? So here's the deal. Paradise is everything you can imagine. Everything
Mm-hmm.
that you can imagine, and actually, it's more. It's what
Mm-hmm.
you cannot imagine. You see what I mean? It's like very
Right.
simple.
Well,
So, for example, if you in this life you were born in Gaza, right, and you lost your parents, so paradise. The beautiful thing about it is you're gonna find your parents waiting for you there, and you're gonna live with them forever. If you lost your kid, Abraham and his wife Sarah are taking care of your kids until you come and pick them up on in paradise that day. If you are a young guy with a lot of temptation and you controlled yourself and you stuck with your woman and you didn't cheat and you didn't, God will give you physical pleasure on the day of judgment. If you are a woman and you lived in poverty but you said, you know what, I'm not going to go up and open my OnlyFans so I can buy this bag and I can buy this car and I can do this, you will get much more in paradise. You see what I mean? If you are a mentally ill patient, if you have an anxiety, if you have depression, if you had Down syndrome, if you had, in paradise, God says there is no anxiety. It will be hatred. If you had a like hatred with somebody else, all these will be taken away from people. It's incredible, man. Why don't you want that? I love it.
Right.
Even
And
alcohol. We don't drink alcohol, right? Muslims, we don't gamble. We don't drink alcohol. I have married my wife. I never had any relationship with any woman in my life, and I'm above 40 year old, except with my wife. You see what I mean? I control myself. My friends are cheating right and left. They do. And we walk around and work and everybody is making very inappropriate comments about women, and I control my tongue. Why? Because I follow my prophet, Muhammad, peace be upon him, who taught me this. I try to lower my gaze, right? Of course, we all sin, we all commit mistakes, but that's why God is called the most merciful. We go repent, we do better deeds, and we try to be better, right? But overall, that's paradise, man. Why don't you want that? I want that. I work for that. Sure.
and
And
I
I
really
love
do
God.
want
And I do
paradise,
all of
yeah.
this because I love God more than anything else.
Right. But for me, right, now, yeah, sex is like a wonderful gift, and yeah, like sex is good, but I just want to find myself having sex, like, forever. Like, yeah, probably like here and there, but not straight forever.
If you
When you
don't
love
want
God,
to
you will
do
do
it, you don't
anything.
do it.
You will see. Yeah.
Honestly,
wait,
this is,
where does
heaven is what you want it to be. It's not. It's your heaven. It's your paradise. So if you want, I suppose 72 virgins, if that is your idea of paradise, maybe that's what you get. I don't know why you don't want 100 or you only want
Oh, you
50.
can get
I don't know how
billions. I
many.
don't know.
So these are limitations that we're putting on the situation that I don't see the need for the limitations.
I have a question. Then what does this what
Go ahead.
how does
So there is a
how
beautiful hadith that
hold
all of
on.
these are
K-
words that we can understand,
Titan,
right?
Titan.
Allah,
Um,
yes.
Royal has been trying to ask a question for. Can you
Who?
see him? Ah, maybe there's a glitch. Royal,
Um
do you want to
Oh,
just
have
ask your
you blocked,
question and
Oh,
yeah,
I'll
my
have
Royal
he.
is, I blocked him long time ago. Yeah.
my question is
Yeah.
then what makes the Islamic heaven different than a brothel or an orgy?
How did he get in?
Excuse me. That's not what we're saying at all.
Yeah, but what how
That's
does it what how can you make a distinction between that?
what between somebody's version of heaven and somebody else's version
No,
of heaven.
having intercourse for eternity with maybe even a
Oh, do
billion
you
women.
Do you think that so your idea of heaven would not include any sex?
Not even
You
marriage.
don't, or you don't think your wife or your spouse would be
I
there
think
for you?
even Jesus
They will,
talks
but
about
why
kind of physical happiness in heaven. I need
no,
to pull
it
up the
says
verses.
that there will be no marriage in
One
heaven.
is.
He says there will be no husband or
What
wife.
happened
There'll
with
only be
Royal here?
brother
I
and
don't
sister.
see him on my.
But
Oh, according to him, he's saying that nobody's going to have sex in heaven, and that's all of that sort of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Then
we'll
no
that
see
is
on the
marriage.
day
not
of judgment.
not
But
allowed in heaven.
my question is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that.
No,
What makes
it's actually, I think even the other
heaven
day I was reading it, even Jesus was talking about
There's
what makes
two
heaven
people
different
physical.
from
talking
a
at the same
brothel
time.
or an orgy
What
in the
makes
Islamic
heaven
view of
different
heaven?
from a brothel?
Yeah, or an orgy, whatever you want to call it.
Do you? Of course, I don't know why you're bringing up such a thing or why you're equating the two.
Because there is no
I
distinction.
Yeah, of course. There's.
What?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
what is the
different. In
distinction?
But you're
brothel, you get the
talking.
STD,
What's the distinction?
and you destroy families.
I honestly, if that's the genuine way you see things, you see heaven, then I'm so sorry
No,
for
I'm
you.
asking what's
If
the
that's your
distinction?
way. No, you're asking me a question which is awful.
No,
And you know that
wait,
it's awful. You're
then
trying
doesn't that make
to say
Islamic
a
heaven
thing.
awful if an orgy or a
No,
brothel is
it
awful?
doesn't make anything awful.
Okay, damn. Dude, they kicked me. Titan
He's gonna
kicked
be
me.
interrupting you. Come on,
Are you
just
also
I'm
Royal?
blocking.
I'm good. I'm going back on my other account. I'm staying quiet. Royal, your little I blocked your little friend. He believes that God is glorified by baby. So
Hold on.
Not what he's